Hello, Internet. So, have you ever played one of those games where really highly sought after items are locked behind a lot, and I mean hours upon hours of grind? I have. It's not fun. Um, and have you ever heard the developers defend this decision by the grind is what makes it valuable? What if I told you it's wrong? But before I get into that, let me welcome you to the Empirical Sword. I'm Lore Master DLC79, and I'm an INTJ. I'm a gamer, and I talk about things a lot, surprisingly. Hopefully I will manage to keep this video short, but I doubt it. Um, but yeah, mostly it's like MMOs that do this, and I know why. It's because when you make money off of a subscription basis, you want your customers to continue to subscribe on a monthly basis. So you want to ensure that your customers have a reason to continue coming back on a monthly basis. I don't know why I keep saying basis like that, but hopefully that drives home the point. And it's like it's almost as if they don't feel confident in their ability to create compelling, repeatable content, so they just lock these really highly sought after items, mostly weapons and armor, behind huge grind walls, as I like to call them. Either you have to log so many hours slash points at a mini game or something, or there's like a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting the item as a drop from a boss or a raid or some such thing, and so you just have to go in there and repeat, and as an INTJ, I hate repetition. It's like, if I kill a boss that's really, really difficult, yay, I did a thing! Now I want to do something else. I don't want to have to keep going back over and over and over and over for hours upon hours, just to that. But I'm kind of veering off topic here. I mean, there are a lot of people who do enjoy that because their personality types are a little more process oriented. They enjoy going through the process of grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. But I think another part of why game developers do this has to do with the way we've built modern society. And I think this actually goes back to like the Middle Ages, when if you wanted to have food on the table, you were either a farmer and you had to do a lot of grinding to grow the food, because you need to plant the seeds, you need to, manage well, no, I think you need to like manage the soil first, then plant the seeds, and then fertilize the crops. I'm not a farmer, so I don't know all the fiddly details about that, but there was a lot of grind in growing food, and actually there still is today because reasons of nature and things like that. But you had to do that, and we've kind of built this world where one of three things happens. Either you're grinding to get something that you want, or you're paying someone else to do the grind to get something that you want, or you're the person who's being paid to do the grinding for someone else. We call that a work or a job. Usually not a career, because a career is usually more a life mission that you're getting paid to do. A job is just you grinding away because someone's paying you to do something they don't want to do themselves. And I think part of that's part of why game developers incorporate so much grind into their games, is that you need to work to get the really valuable stuff. But it's gold is not so much valuable. I'm kind of switching gears here, but not quite. Gold, silver, oil, they're not exactly valuable because we have to grind a lot to get to them. They're valuable because they're rare, and people want them. That right there is value. If people want it, it is valuable. It's like my $10 pair of sneakers. Not valuable. Because people don't want them. People want Nike and whoever else does shoes, Reebok, are they even still in business? I don't know. If it costs more than $10, I don't buy it. Because see, that's how my value system works. The rest of the world disagrees. It's and in a way, this is kind of related to the video on how advertising sucks. I think that's the title I gave it. I make videos, I title them, then I forget about them. But I mean, it's kind of related to that. And that advertising tries to get you to want to do things or to buy things. And in a way, that's what game developers are trying to do. They're trying to make you want a thing by making it appear more valuable than it actually is. And usually game developers are fairly generous-ish with the amount of work to actual value that they set up. Usually the items that are locked behind the grind walls are fairly effective. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that as a blanket statement, because I have run into some instances of, why did I put in so much work for this thing? Because I mean, people talk about it and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, and it's like, okay, I have to have this thing, and then you put in the work for it, and you start using it as like, I'm not really seeing the benefits. I mean, maybe if I ran the statistics, and I mean, maybe if I like ran measurements for like 1,000 replicates and ran the statistics, I would find that it's like 2% better than the thing I was using previously. And I spent like, what, 20 hours trying to get it for 2% improve. Yeah. Sometimes game devs do that. But yeah, it's the work needed to get something is not necessarily what makes it valuable. What makes it valuable is how much people want it, or how much you want it. And this kind of connects that other video. I seriously cannot remember what I titled it. But the video of you can do anything you want as long as you want it badly enough, or something like. I think that was. I'm not sure what the title was. That was close. I have so many videos, I don't remember them all. And I don't have that many videos. That's a little scary. Back on topic. Value is all about wanting. Or the value of a thing is all about wanting it, or wanting it badly enough. And that's kind of what you have to look for, either in a game or in real life. Are you willing to put in the work to get the thing that you want? That's whether or not it's valuable enough to you. So 8 minutes. No, 9 minutes. I'm trying to go for less than 5 minutes, but that one day maybe. Anyway, I think I made the point. Grind does not equal value. Value is based upon how much you want it, or how much other people want it. You know, depending on what kind of value you're looking at, because ultimately value is subjective. As I kind of implied earlier, I value my $10 sneakers, but the rest of the world doesn't. And what I'm looking for in a pair of sneakers isn't the name or the popularity of the name, but it's, does it cover my feet, and how much do I have to pay for it? That's my value system right there. The rest of the world, they have a different opinion. Anyway, so yeah, I do the whole gaming plus intellectual thing here because you know what? I'll just plug the playlist now. You know, I have this other playlist called "School Doesn't Teach," where I talk about the things the school should be teaching but isn't, and I try to incorporate incorporate a little bit. I try to incorporate a little. That is a hard phrase to say. I try to incorporate a little of that into every video that I do. It doesn't always work. But yeah, if you want to know the things the school should be teaching but isn't, because school does not teach things that I really think it should be teaching, and we really need to reform it. We need a better education system. But if you want to know more about that, just click on that playlist. It's probably like right here. right about now. Click on that. Yeah. And yeah, gaming and intellectual stuff. That's the thing here. And whatever video you're watching next, I will see you then.